Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler. Today is episode 113, Marriott Abound December 22 owner update. So as an overview, I'm going to talk about more Abound features are now live. I'm happy about that and what makes you excited. Besides that, I've got a demo of Abound search with the Vistana properties now available. That's really cool. And then I do a demo of the opt-in process for those in Vistana. I'll just show you what you need to do as far as doing that. I don't do it all the way because I'm still trying to decide myself, but that's now available. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the power of Interval International, which is part of the Abound system, and leveraging that with the Marriott Vacation Club. I want to talk about that, but before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about my channel. Then we'll get all into the details about my owner update. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. Okay, let's talk about more Abound features are live. First things first, I had an amazing owner update. I'm in Myrtle Beach. I had a great conversation. A very numbers-oriented person. Highly recommend. I always learn a lot when I attend owner updates. I've probably been doing more, but that's more because the dynamics of Abound have been changing, and as things come live, I did more and I'm traveling, so I get offered more of those things. I normally wouldn't do as many as I've done this year, but with all the everything in flux, I think it was probably good. But I had a great opportunity, so now I'm sitting with, do I leverage my points to rentals? Should I buy more and sort of leverage some of that for rent them out and offset my maintenance so I can reduce the overall cost of when I do vacation. But here's more importantly, finally you can book Vistana properties 4.5 years later. Here we are, and I'll have a demo of that. How you can see that on the Marriott Vacation Club side. For those people on the Vistana side, if they opt in, this is what they would see. So I want to make sure I show that. And then for those people also Vistana owners, I want to show you the opt-in process to getting the Marriott Vacation Club, and also you can sort of see what the amount of points become on that. So that's what the features are that are live, which is great. And let's go to the next topic. What makes me excited? Well, I have a giant sigh of relief. 4.5 years. I don't know if it's exactly 4.5, but it's more than 4. I'm pretty sure. The merger and integration is actually here, and you can actually leverage your combined Marriott and Vistana. For those people like myself who have both, this has been a day I've been waiting for. I finally get to get access to all the sites. I can choose whether I want to leverage the more Marriott sites, or if I want to stay in the Vistana sites, or combine. A lot of choices, maybe more things to think about, but usually when there's more choices and things like that, I'm not trying to parrot their marketing, it's usually a good thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I know how many my points will be when I merge. I know what the total points are. All the point values have been set for the combined system. I can look at planning. I can do all that. I did a separate video on that, but that I'm not going to go into those details. The tier levels are known. There's no changes, to the tier levels. There may be in some future date, but they are what they are until they aren't. I finally can actually evaluate Abound on what exactly exists. I don't have to go to a sales presentation now to figure out what Abound is. It's now pretty much all live, and that's been a frustration on my part. Is the only way to find out what's coming and try to learn, try to figure out what I should do is to go to sales presentation. Then you put up with, someone wanting you to buy something when you don't yet know whether it's worth it or not to you. And again, the opportunity to rent my points out, potentially upgrade and do that, I'll look at that. And I want to also touch on what I'm excited about with regards to Interval International. That's an underused tool that is available to Marriott owners, and also to access Marriott properties from other ownerships you might have. And I'll go into that. I actually have some facts about that later on. When you log in, so we'll click on Use Points. This should be standard stuff, but those for you Vistana owners, this might be new. So we can book with club points. Click on that. I happen to have a search saved, so I picked the Kauai locations for 2 guests in October. So just to show you what I've done, and then you just click the search, and this will take a little bit to connect all the, because this is live inventory. So now we're in October 23, and you can see the standard Marriott ones. And now you can actually book the Westin Princeville here, and you can check availability. And it looks like I could do it starting here on the 15th of October. Refresh availability. And what's available is a studio premium. It's for 1 bedroom. Not available. So right now only the studio shows available, and the 1 bedroom, the only date it looks like is then. It's for $2,750, so you can get it in October. So there you have. This is live on Marriott now Abound. That you can book the Westin resorts in October 23. Not quite the limit, it's in December now, so I could go out 2 more months, but I wanted to see what it was like in the 10-month window. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me stop now. Screen for Vistana that I've logged into. Now I'm going to show you how to opt in. So you can click on destinations. And what you do is then I go down here to Abound, click on Abound by More Ways to Vacation. And if you scroll down, introducing you to all the introduction, all this stuff to learn more about it, view the resorts, and then you can select elect for club points. And I'm in the process of deciding whether I want to do this, so what I will do most likely is select this use here. And I could continue. And I have Sheraton Flex, so I click on that. Click continue, and then I can do this. I can elect it. I can combine a portion of this and so forth. I'm going to stop right now because I'm still in the process of thinking about it, but this is exactly what you need to do to walk through, and you can see my situation, and it tells me how many points I get with the conversion in another screen. Well, now that I've gone through the demos, hopefully those at least give you a sense of what's available for those, probably less new information for those people who are Marriott owners, because it's really, for them, it's Marriott only owners, and nothing much has really changed other than now you have the new sites, but navigating the website really hasn't changed that much. But I want to talk about Interval International. If you have other ownerships, you can often buy a membership and link it. So I have WorldMark, and that allows me, I can set up an Interval International account. And what that does, I get access to Marriott locations off-peak. It costs less in maintenance to book them, and I have a chart here that I'll show in a minute. It costs less for me to book using my WorldMark points compared to my Marriott points. So just a way, my current strategy is leverage my WorldMark to book more Marriott because Marriott's cheaper booking it through Interval International than it is using Marriott itself. And that's just a decision about, should I purchase more WorldMark so I can do more of this, or should I leverage Marriott and get some status, or do nothing? Right now I'm in the do nothing status. So, and what my current strategy is, I'll use the WorldMark for the off-peak Marriott places, and I'll use my Marriott/Vistana points for those hard to get to, have to book it further out, high demand locations. And that's my current strategy, and that's probably what I'll stick with until I get some more experience on that. So sometimes Marriott, the Marriott points are higher. So I'm going to leverage that's my strategy. I'm leveraging my lower cost WorldMark points, and away we go. Now I'll jump to that chart to show you some examples of what I've done. Okay, here's a chart that I did from a prior presentation, but it's still valid. Booking Marriott Direct versus Interval International and WorldMark. And I'll put a link in the description about the WorldMark where I go through in great detail and show demos of that, just if that's interesting to you. But here's how you can stretch if you have another property, in my case WorldMark. You can actually leverage. You can see the point costs, and I picked Orlando via Interval or Marriott in January, and I picked Vegas and Interval, and these are the high demand locations. So again, if they're highly available, there's lots of places in Orlando, so very often you can book using Interval International. And the cost differential is saves about, I don't know, it's usually about 2/3 the cost in the examples I use, or more in the case of Vegas. So it's really a good value. And I can suggest you consider, if you have other ownerships besides Marriott or Vistana, that maybe another option is to leverage Interval International to get a better deal. Anyway, hope you love this video. Please don't forget to do a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Happy traveling.